Hi, this is Claire again with the cards of the week, and today we are having a look at the Santa Muerte Tarot. And this was something I asked my Instagram followers. Do you like to see it here on YouTube with a reading for the week, or is it nothing for you? Don't you like it, so to say? Is it too heavy for you, so to say? So people, 90% said, show us the cards. 10% were like, oh, it's a little bit too heavy, don't you think? So the next, for these 10%, next week we will have a lovely reading with normal cards again, so to say. So Santa Muerte Tarot is like, it's quite popular right now, and you get this lovely box, you get the cards. We will have a look at them when I will explain a little bit about Santa Muerte. And yes, you have this little lovely booklet. The descriptions of the cards are very good. I'm a pro, so to say. I'm a tarot pro, and I have seen many things, but these advices of the card are and the descriptions are inspiring, even for me too. So I always like to be inspired. And I don't know where you're coming from. Maybe your native language is not English, like mine is not English too. So you have the descriptions in English, in Spanish, in Italian, in French, Portuguese, Chinese, and in Russian language. So it's really for everyone, and Santa Muerte is something that is spreading worldwide right now. So whom is this bony lady? And I will show you some cards while talking about her. We know many death goddesses worldwide. So there are, like in Slavic countries, you have Mara, Morena. She's also about winter. It's a winter goddess, but also a death goddess. In Germany, we have Hel, Holle, Frau Holle, Mother Holle, I think you say in English. We also have in Europe the Demeter and Persephone story, which is like life and death in agriculture put into a family situation, so to say. So there are many things around this, because obviously people had a much shorter lifespan. There were much more causes to die from in the past. So death was really a part of life. Today we are talking about like death as a part of life, and it's easily said, but yes, of course, now in pandemic times it has a certain severity. Can you say it like that? It is severe. It is very yes, it is a topic for everyone, so to say. But yes, before that time, people, especially in the spiritual field, they were like lighthearted, so to say, with the topic sometimes. A little bit too lighthearted for my taste. Like, oh, I'm not afraid of death, I'm just afraid of dying, and things like that. And when I personally hear a sentence like that, I'm like, well, you had not much contact to the topic. Yeah, so it's easy to say something, but this is so profound. You should really have a little respect when talking about it, I think. So what about her? She is coming from Mexico, and in Mexico most people are, of course, Catholic, yes, and so she's seen as a folk saint, but of course the church does not recognize her. The church even condemns her. And yeah, there's always a thing in life, and for especially when you are living in a country with much of crime, with many problems and all of that, you need someone who really helps you, someone who is strong, someone who is reliable. So for many Catholics, or for some, not every Catholic in Mexico is pro Santa Muerte, so to say, and there are many problems, or she is also honored by people from the cartels and all of that. So this is not just funny, so to say. It has very many sides, very many colors, so to say. But they need someone who really helps them. And for some people, they say she is second to God. Yeah, God, the universe, life itself. And she is like the driving force, the changing force. Because death is about change. It is about letting go. And people in spiritual fields are always like, oh, letting go. But it's not that easy. It is sometimes painful. It is sometimes the little deaths we die in life. And sometimes they are even positive. I will always remember a reading I did for a woman a while ago. She had a reading for the year, and we were talking about it. And her card for the year was a death card. And this was a year when she became a mother. So this was like, yes, my old me has died. Now I'm a mother. And as people always say, everything changes when you become a parent, and this is true. So it's really, it's about change. It's much about change. but it's also the real change, and sometimes the hurtful change, the painful change. Yeah, there's nothing to sugarcoat about it. So yes, but in normal life and in everyday life, most people are approaching her for topics like love, matters of love, business, having just a good life, a secure life, all of that. They don't want much, they don't want anything evil. You can do evil things with her, yes, this is also included, because she is life as it is, not life as it should be, is my feeling somehow. When I see the traditions and everything that is linked to her. But it's also about people who are having a very hard life, and they are not about like fluffy unicorns with glitter. They have to go on, they have to make a living, they have to survive. Yeah, and when you are living in an environment like that, it's not very likely that you are the glittery unicorn people, so to say. You really need someone who is reliable, and this is what the Catholic Church always can't undo. Or I don't know how to say this elegant in English, but she helps. She has the people say she really helps, and she is the saint of the last resort, I think it was called. So she is the one you are coming to when nobody else has helped you. Yeah, and this is also about social classes. Yeah, it is also about society as such, because death does not exclude anyone. For death, everyone is the same, as we say in German. And I have put here, I'm just talking a little bit about that so you know what this is all about. The reading will come, no problem. But in classical tarot, we see the same topic, death. And here we have the king, he's already fallen, and the sweet children are also like falling. So this is, of course, the infant mortality. Do you call it like that? Infant death, so to say, in the past was so high. Yeah, in Germany in 1900, the year, there were like every fifth child did not survive. So these are numbers luckily we cannot imagine today, but this is something when the cards were drawn was still like that. Yeah, when they were made. So of course this has influenced also the cards. Here we have like a pope or a bishop, and his staff is already fallen. So everyone is the same. And when you are living in a country where the social ladder goes from very, very low to very high, but very high is just for some, the 1%, so to say, it is, yes, it is very appealing that there is someone who judges everyone the same. Because death comes for everybody, so to say, yeah, and nobody will be left out because he's rich or because he's important or because he's a celebrity or anything like that. It's for everyone, it's the same. And this is very appealing to people who are in need, really in need, and who need help, yeah. And it's also for people, for example, in Catholic countries, it's very difficult, but in other countries too, for people who are gay, for lesbians, for transgender people. Santa Muerte is like one of the big players, because for her everyone is the same. She has no skin color. It's a she, yes, because of tradition, because it's an Aztec death goddess who's inside of her. And also La Parsa from Spain is said to be one of the origins of this spiritual figure, so to say. And yes, it's a mixture, but it's a common experience of people from all times, so to say, that death is also a female force, yeah, because females bring you into life, and they also like bring you into the next life. It is these goddesses, so to say. They are like the angel of death, but not in a bad way. It's more like protective. Yeah, it's the one who you are not lost. It's the one who takes your hand and brings you to the other side, so to say. So there are, of course, we are coming from one topic to the next, because this is so deep, and in our society it is, here in Germany, death is something like you don't touch this topic. Yeah, you don't talk about it. People will be like, they shy away from this. It's even seen as impolite to talk too much about this. And this is very sad, because it is a topic for everyone at one point in life or another. Yeah, symbolic death, but also real death, so to say. So this is really important, and some people might, I will show you some cards, some people might say, what is she having with death? And this is something my sister actually, and here we have the death card, obviously, it's about coming into life. Yeah, here we also have with the cards this this old European belief that what happens in the life of the dead is just the opposite from what is happening in our life. So, for example, dreaming of in some traditions, when you are dreaming about someone dying, it is a sign that a new baby will arrive and things like that. Yeah, it's just the opposite. It's just the other way around. It's like people believe that when the sun is set, the sun sets in our world, the sun dawns in the world of the ancestors and all of this. Yeah, so this is very old traditions, very old knowledge that plays into these cards too. And where was I? What was I talking about? Yes, people might ask, what do you have with death always? We had Little Reaper. Yes, he was quite cute, but now things are a little bit too much, Claire. Yes, I feel you, and this is a question my sister has actually asked me some years ago. Why are you thinking about it so much? And I was like, well, to me, it's like, why are people not thinking about it? Because it's the frame for our life. And life can be short. The Buddhists always talking about you don't know how much time you have left. Yeah, this has a reason. This is not for nothing. Of course, I think life will go on. There will be something beyond, so to say. But we don't know. What will this be? We will see. And now we have what we have, and we have to live it to the fullest. Yeah, memento vivere. Yes, think of living. And to my experience, and I'm a tarot reader, I see many people, I hear many opinions and approaches to life, and there is always this, many people they have time forever. Yeah, it's like they are complaining about even the small things, and even older people who are more near to death. And I think like, oh, please live. Please do something, make something out of your life, because it's short, it's really short. Yeah. So here are some of the darker cards, and I think these cards are heavy. It's not my the optic or the visual things that I prefer, so to say, but sometimes we have to go into this region that is a little bit uncomfortable. We have to challenge ourselves with things like that, yeah, because this belongs to life too. And this is also what I said to my sister. When I think about that, I'm really living. This means I keep the frame of my life in mind. I don't live like it's forever. I see life as precious as it is. This is really important to me, and we can learn so much from different cultures about this, especially in our culture. So, for example, the old Egypts, when they had like a banquet or like a party or something like that with much food and everything, they wished each other, like we say, oh, have a nice meal or something like that. They said to each other as a greeting, have a nice death, have a good death. And this was something that made me really think. Yeah, so it's not that I'm morbid or anything like that. It's about living. To me, it's really about living to the fullest and making something out of your life and enjoying it, and keeping in mind that it's not endless. Yeah, that it's not like, for example, today you take some Botox and you look like, oh, she's so young. No, you are not young. You are going towards this lady, towards her embrace, so to say. Yeah, however you want to see it, however you want to call it. It's not just, it's not about cultural appropriation or how you call it. It's not like we are all like playing little Mexicans or something like that. It's about acknowledging a force of life. And yes, it is a force of life. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to tell you, just why I'm interested in this topic and why I think we all should think about it as much as we are comfortable with it. It's a challenge in our culture, and we should not like play the little Mexicans or something like that. Yeah, it's we should keep in mind the limits we have and the way we were raised and the way our culture approaches it. It's not like sugarcoating and now I'm like an actor and try to imitate some other cultures. We have to go through all these challenges that are connected towards this topic, and then maybe we can develop another look on this topic. Yeah, so I'm having this, of course, the whole winter autumn is ancestors time. It is important to have a look at that, And we will have a look at the cards now. Okay, I really love him. He's so cute, the Hierophant. So, yes, it's like a little bit like Fetter It. I don't know how it's called in your country, the Addams Family. Wasn't it Addams Family? Yes, but we will have a look at the cards for the week now. It was much I said before, but I think it's important to say some words before. This is an important topic. It's like the driving force of life somehow. And we really have to have a look at it. Yeah, and yes, sometimes challenge ourselves a little bit. And this card, the Four of Swords, is our first card for the week. And it is about, not about challenges, it is about calm. It is about rest. We see a coffin here, yeah, a candle. He's closing the coffin. It's like, you could say this week, like coffin closed, so to say, with a little bit of fun. Black humor is important in life. Sometimes, of course, sometimes. But we all know the Four of Swords from traditional tarot. It is also a little bit with coffins. It is like a stone coffin in an old church. And there is a knight on it, and there are the swords about it, or over it, so to say, hovering over it. And it is like coming to rest, calming down, isolating yourself for a good reason, to really find your inner core, your middle. Yeah, we say your middle. I think in English this sounds weird. How you say your core, let's say your core, your inner core. And I would always suggest to really isolate yourself. So in spiritual fields, it's often like, oh yes, you have to have a retreat or a weekend for yourself. And normal people are like, what? Where should I go to get the time for that? Yeah. So we have to keep it practical. Maybe you can go for a walk on your own for 2 hours or for 1 hour or even half an hour. Yeah. Maybe you can let yourself just sit down in your bed, on your couch, wherever you feel comfy, and write a little bit. Yeah, like writing a diary. Maybe you don't write a diary, but you can jot down some thoughts or something that's going on in your mind right now. You could just watch out of the window and see the birds fly, whatever you like. Have some time for yourself. Spend some time in solitude. Yeah, really try to do this. And life is often not as optimal as all these clever spiritual advisors are telling us. So make the best of that, what you have. Yeah, make the best of it. Go out. I always recommend going out in fresh air, but people, sometimes you are living in an area where this is not so easy or whatever, yeah? If you are at home, that's fine too, but take some time in solitude whenever possible. Spend some time with yourself. We also need quality time with ourselves. Yeah, this is often forgotten, and this is really getting order into your thoughts. Feeling yourself again. Maybe you feel something good, maybe you feel something bad, or anywhere in between. That's okay. Sometimes it's just bland, so to say. Life is just so, how you say in English, it is in the middle, lukewarm, so to say. It's not special anyhow, and this is okay too, yeah, because it's sometimes like, oh, I'm having to solving problems, so you are on the negative side, or it is like, oh, I'm so excited, or yes, but life also knows the middle, and this is like lukewarm, as we say in German. So that's okay too. It does not have to be special. Yeah, when you do something like that, there doesn't have to be a special outcome or something super fancy, and you have new ideas and you're so inspired. And no, this is just rest. This is natural. This is nothing you have to where you have to get out anything from. Yeah, or how you say it. It's not very elegant, I know. It's nothing where you should have a result. Let's say it like that, where you should have a result at the end. It's just resting, yeah, without anything in the back of your mind, so to say. So that's the first card, a very inspiring card in our fast living times. And here we have the Chariot. And the Chariot, when I see these many people, so to say, it's, of course, I'm thinking about the ancestors. They are standing behind you. They are giving you strength. And even if ancestors is not your topic and it's very far from you and you have nothing to do with it, you are here. Yes, your body. It's tangible. It's nothing spiritual in the way that you have to talk yourself into it or anything. You are here because all of these people stand behind you. They made their way through the times when, like, the average age was 40 or something like that, because they had so many illnesses. They had starving, they had cold in winter, really cold, yeah, and all of this hard times for women, especially with all the dangers of childbearing, and also for children it was very difficult to make their way through the first years and all of that. I know these are not topics we like to think about because it's hard. Yes, it is, but you can always remember these people made it through the times so that you are here now. We had this with a little Reaper video before. I just want to remind you. So yes, you have so much strength. There's so much in the back of you. Also, when you like to think about that, spiritually, standing behind you. And the Chariot is always about strength. It is about going on. And it is also about, we say in German, life coming halfway to you. This means you don't have to do everything on your own. There will be lucky coincidences. There will be, things that just happen, and it's very good, and you take them and you make the most of them. Yeah, it's progression, but it also is lighthearted. Yeah, this is not like progression and I'm fighting and I'm doing my best and I'm grinding and all of that. It's like progression. Yes, oh, there's this opportunity and I'm doing it. Yeah, of course the doing part has to happen. It's not everything falls into your lap, but it is like, yes, it's so easy and I can do it, and it goes on. Yeah, the wheels are turning like the wheels of a chariot. So it's really a lighthearted, a very nice card. To me, it's very similar to the star card, where you also get things, but the star card is more about things falling into your lap a little bit somehow, but this is more about really progression. Yeah, life goes on. Sometimes for people it's really like moving on in any way. It's like also moving with your household and everything. It can be also moving on in matters of relationship. You are taking the next level. Yeah. Next level can also mean that you let go of something. It can also mean that you're having an on-off relationship and something like that, and you finally let it go and you find your freedom, because this is a very liberating card. It also always feels light. It gives light to your heart. It is like, oh yeah, I'm liberated. Yeah. So this is a feeling of the Chariot, and it's also very good for matters of love. It's very good for your job. It is very good for your life as a whole, even your free time, your hobbies. Maybe you are practicing some kind of art and you are on the next level, so to say. You are learning a new technique, and it's very inspiring. Yeah, this is for all levels of life, so to say. Yes, and our third card, she is so lovely, the Queen of Cups with her big corazon, the heart. Yeah. And she's offering it to us. And we have all this lovely blue and violet, the colors of intuition, of feelings, of the element of water, the blue flowers here, the blue little ancestors here around her. She is offering you the heart. And I'm coming from Germany, and we are known to be over-practical people. I don't know what it's like in your region, but to my German audience, I said when I saw this card, please don't be so German. Because yes, we tend to be very, very rational and very strict and very straightforward, even to the point of being impolite. When people from different countries are talking to us, we sometimes seem to be a little bit impolite to them because we are so straightforward and we say everything as we think. It's not just the going around with words. So what I want to say here is, please listen to your heart. Don't be too German, so to say. Don't be too strict. Don't be too, like I have my list and I have to do this and that, and I don't have no time for this stuff. This is too funny and not serious enough and things like that. Yeah, this would be what a German would do. Yes, of course, we are not a cliche ourselves, but you know what I mean. And this is about warming up your heart. It is about taking the offering of life. Yeah, we are here again with our memento vivere. Take the offerings of life. Listen to your heart. Be a little bit softer with everything. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your dreams, or see your dreams when you are a dreaming person. Some people, they really get all the messages from dreaming. Do it. Please do it. It is also about, letting go a little bit, losing the grip. Don't grind too much, so to say. Become softer and live life to the fullest from the heart. It's not about overachieving. It is not about making yourself better or the best version of yourself and everything what's out there. No, it is about feeling. It is about being enough. It is about trusting your intuition and really being soft and lovely. And also, the heart is red, obviously. It's about passion. It's about what you really like and enjoy and love. Yeah. So this is like, I don't know if that's the right expression in English, loosening up. Yeah. Not being so tight, not being so stiff, but really, yes, having that little joy, making that little fun. Yeah. Lovely little things. We as Germans, we often think, oh, that's childish. Yeah, you when you want to say someone, you want to limit that energy in Germany, you say, oh, that's childish. And people are like, oh my God, I behave childish. What will they think about me? Yeah. So forget all of this. Be childish as you like. Yeah, because it's not childish. It is the heart. It is the heart and our soft side, and that's totally okay. Yeah. So when we put these cards together, we see a time of rest is needed, and when there are more times than just one time, it's even better. Yeah, try to take some solitude time, some quality time with yourself, as long as you can. Sometimes it's not very long. Sometimes we just don't have that much time. You do not have to make a retreat or something like that. If it's possible, of course, go for it. It's lovely. Why not? But in real life, most people have their limitations and they are having responsibilities of all kinds. So it's not that easy. Try to do as much as is possible. Yeah. And you don't have to have a fancy result afterwards. It's just resting. Yeah. Because resting is also needed. Then we have the Chariot, this energy that is jumping forward, so to say. You are having opportunities, there are chances popping up. It's like life is giving you a hand, and of course you have to take this hand. It's not everything will happen for itself, but there is movement, stagnation is ending, things happen again. There is it's really progression. It's a progression card, yeah? A positive progression card, and you can apply it in any area of your life, yeah? So this is not just job or progression. Yeah, we would think about job or love or anything. It could be your hobby. It could be an interest. It could be like family relationships, anything of that. It's about the whole life. And our last card, our lovely Queen of Cups, is offering you corazon, the heart, the emotions, the softness, the blue water of intuition, the violet of intuition. Yeah, it is really about opening up, softening yourself. And yes, don't be so German, so to say, really being softer and calm, but also with passion, yeah? It's being soft but warm, so to say, when we want to put it in a picture. So these are the, yes, I know, a little bit scary cards for the week, but I don't want it to miss that out because people really asked me, why don't you do it? It's lovely, so to say. And I said, yes, okay, we can have a look at everything here. Yeah, these are the cards of the week. We are free to do whatever we want. And this is reading for this week. And we will see each other next week again.